It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers. And welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from the Steel City. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers led out by their quarterback, Russell Wilson. Still strange to not see him in a Seattle uniform where he was for a decade, couple of years with the Broncos. And now Greg, the 9-time Pro Bowler, year one in Pittsburgh.
At one point, this guy was one of the top superstars in the entire league, and I don't think he's fallen as far from that as people want to imagine. This is still a winning quarterback in the NFL, and historically, what's been a very dynamic dual-threat approach in his game has turned to more of a passing style as he's gotten older. But if he puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen over the years, he's going to be a hard one to beat.
He'll find his big target, Pat Freiermuth.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man downfield is Freiermuth.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. Oh! And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. He'll give it to Harris again. And he will score. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and through. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season now, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Minka Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Steelers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On 2nd down, Russ under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away. Back deep is Darius Davis. That's taken on this side of midfield. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Up the middle. Here's Edwards. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action now, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's got the connection there. It's Joshua Palmer. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Chargers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, right back to Harris. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Two yards from 6 points. It is first down and goal. Throwing again. Wilson. Adds to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he will power his way into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Steelers. His second touchdown of this first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers will move out to a 14-7 lead. didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Davis now to return it. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Chargers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. That's the rookie from Georgia. It's Ladd McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. To the goal line and in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. The kick is good. And the Chargers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Wilson going for it all. And that is brought in. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first half lead into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll run to begin this drive. It's Edwards. And a nice gain there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. He'll land in Roberts in there on the tackle. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. 20-yard pickup there. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run the toss here with Edwards. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Herbert to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, L.A. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, He was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Patterson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steelers offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let this go for Pickens. And this one is hauled in. What a grab. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 37 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, 4th quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame him.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now Russ. Drop this down to Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try.
And he's got another one. Najee Harris, touchdown Pittsburgh. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. First and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Now Herbert throwing on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They'll drop to throw. This one complete to Palmer. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10. Now Herbert again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Herbert to the air again. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He connects with Disley. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here we go. First and goal. Here's Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Chargers.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense. And their running back set to go once more. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, if he gets there just a little bit quicker, he can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
He finds Austin with the grab. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Now, a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. That's complete left side to Pickens. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. Why not go back to it? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This to win the game. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This one he's got to have. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This from 34 yards. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.